And we are live. What's going on, everybody? It is January 1st, 2020. And I want to do a specialized training, an intensive really, to help you to attract the success that you deserve. How insane is that? I went out of my way to invite some high-end friends of mine so that we have a consortium of some amazing people. There's a lot that we're going to discuss. This is going to be intense and it's probably going to last a while. I'm not going to lie. And you're going to walk out of this though, with this free training, being able to turn back to it anytime 2020 when you don't feel like your income streams are strong, when you need a boost, when you need a mindset up leveling to get your goals done, to give you that push. To keep going until you reach that level of success that you feel that you've earned in 2020. I put a lot of thought into this. We're going to get into some really deep stuff. I would like an interactive conversation, so feel free to throw me comments, talk about what you're going to change in 2020, what you feel like you're going to do better. We've already got a couple of rock stars, so before we get started, let's get the important stuff out of the way. As always, Experts Lounge with Rob the Warrior Strategist is brought to you by Shift Magazine. It's my free online digital publication. We're about to do a brand new issue dropping very, very soon. We have a couple of features and ads left, so I'm going to pop this in here, but I am going to get a plug and a shout out to our latest sponsor, which is a veteran-owned nonprofit called the Warrior's Garden. And I absolutely love the mission. So my friend Malachi is the proponent of this. And if you support veterans, PTSD healing, the efforts in order to train vets and to help them when they return from service, Malachi is a former retired Army medic. And he is a Shift Life Design sponsor. I checked out his company. It's unbelievable. And he gives trainings and he sets up gardens and does a bunch of stuff to help veterans recover from PTSD. I can't think of a more noble mission. So feel free to throw him a friend request. Check out his website. He's got books for sale. Donate to his nonprofit. Give him a shout out, whatever. But this is definitely a worthy cause that we can get behind. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that anything that helps veterans out in the fight against PTSD and reduce veteran suicide, gets that coverage that it deserves. So like I said, Malachi bought an ad, the new issue of Shift. We're doing a partnership, it's part of the family. So super glad to have him on board. Feel free to give him a shout out or just ask him what he needs. All right. So we already got the regular rock stars on here. So I'll just jump into some content here in a minute. And just going to recognize a few people. We got Kurt Ballish from Ballish Woodworks. Great to see you, brother. We got Tony Goodrich from Goodrich Knives. We got Kaufman, the comeback coach. We got Miller Browning. Miller, you better have your homework done, young man. If you're going to be sitting here playing around with the grown-ups, watching the Warrior Strategist, okay? Get that social studies done. Don't make me call your mother. All right. Got Mark Dudek just tagging everybody on Earth, which I love. Martha Diaz, one of my favorite people. Outstanding. All right. And I know Azalea's watching. Blake, Gunny Gonzalez. Cool. Let's just jump into it. I tagged a lot of people, but I feel like this is going to be one of the most important trainings that's going to help you guys streamline your success and streamline your actions for 2020. And I like to start off big. So here we go. The way this is going to run, I'm going to share with you guys 7 success techniques that are going to help you to earn more money, to kind of free up your mindset, to help you to develop a stronger sense of productivity. I'm going to share with you the techniques that I've implemented in order to greatly increase my income. We're going to get in some money mindset stuff. I don't want to touch base on it too much because we discussed it in the previous live like this week. But I will share a few things that you need to get in your brain. So right off the bat, I always appreciate it when you guys do these 2 things. And it's not so much that I'm doing this to get a lot of views. It's that I'm doing this to spread prosperity and wealth. So when you guys do these 2 things, you're creating value for your network. You're helping people that I might not know that might need this training. You're helping them to actually be more successful when you share valuable content. And obviously, if you guys are here checking out my stuff, you believe my content's valuable, and I'm very grateful for all of you. So when you do this, this helps out everybody. Your network, my network, everyone. So thank you. All right. So let's just jump into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the actual implementation of strategy. And what I mean by that is a lot of you guys are going to watch this video. You're going to really dig it. We're going to have an emotional experience. You're going to be like, Rob, this is incredible. I really appreciate this. You know, I'm going to act on this and my life's going to be perfect. But guess what? A lot of us don't stay consistent. And that's one of the biggest problems. That's why we're still making New Year's resolutions every year, promising we're going to do whatever we didn't do. The secret to actually achieving things, to meeting your goals, to getting things done is two things. It's direct action and it's consistency. Okay, and I'll give you a prime example. I'm glad Robert Santos and Gunny are here. Okay, I enrolled in Gunny Gonzalez's weight management program. And when I took it, it was one of the most effective things I'd ever done. If I'd have stuck with it like hardcore, I mean, it was like a limited program. It's like 6 weeks, right? And while I was in it, I lost weight. I felt supported. I had camaraderie. Like these guys have got it going on. And Gunny's system, different from any other accountability weight management program I've ever seen. And I was having fun with it. I knew that there was weigh-ins coming up on the scale. So I knew to adjust my eating habits and not like lose my mind and drink a bunch of White Claws and all that stuff. That's the power of consistency. And it's the power of direct action, right? Can't recommend those guys enough, by the way. If you're having trouble with weight, check out Gunny Gonzalez or Robert Santos. These guys are just murdering the game in fitness, and they're doing great things for people, giving them their self-esteem back and helping them to live a healthier lifestyle. This is a great business lesson because, like I said, if you're consistent in your actions and you take direct action, those two things, that's already a sign that you're going to be more successful. You don't do it part-time. You don't do it one day a week. Consistency, direct action. If you're taking notes, write down those two things. Now, how do we take direct action? I'm going to remind you guys of something that I taught you a while back that's going to help you. For the people that are watching this that are really serious about boosting their income streams, for the people that are really serious about adding a zero to their income, the first thing you can do for direct action is to click on your upper right corner where the 3 dots are, and you're going to see something that says Save Post. Do that right now, because this is a high-level resource that is going to help you throughout the entire year, and you need to keep your high-level resources. Because like I said, what happens usually on a Facebook Live? People watch it, they get pumped up for about a day. They're like, this was amazing. Rob was awesome. He taught me all this cool stuff. And then guess what? It disappears. You don't do anything to archive it. You don't have any way of retrieving it in a week when you really need it, when you really need to rediscover the concepts. So the first thing you need to do is click on those 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, Save Post. Whenever you find a Facebook Live training that teaches specific stuff for people that you trust, save the posts. So that's the first thing right off the bat. Because guess what? A month from now, you're going to be sitting there like, I want to make some more income. Maybe, oh yeah, Rob was talking about income streams. Maybe he was talking about doing this or doing that. I need to pull up that training. And there you go. Save posts are retrievable anytime in Facebook. That's how you categorize information. So that's how you keep the valuable stuff like what you're going to get today. Today's going to be ridiculous. I'm going to give you these 7 steps that I personally use. I'm going to give you a brand new checklist I just made today for your success completely free. So I appreciate you guys and I appreciate your time. So the people that are serious about their success are saving this training because they need to come back to it. And we're going to get to the importance of that a little bit later. So that's the first actionable step I'm going to give you guys is save training that's valuable to you so you can come back and implement it when you have a day when you need that boost. All right, so let's just jump into our steps. So step number 1 Charles Munn, what's going on, brother? I'm just giving some training about success. Good to see you. Congratulations on your recent position in Greg's company. I was really happy to read that, man. All right. So number one for your success steps is incorporate strategy. And what I mean by that is more people need to plan out what they're going to do with their week, because too many entrepreneurs wake up every day and they hope good things will happen. That's not how you get things done. The entire center point of my brand, the Warrior Strategist, is planning and execution, right? I plan one day, all my social media, my warm leads, my media interviews, all the actions I'm going to take, the influencers I'm going to reach out to, all the stuff. I plan it out. And then I spend 6 days executing. Planning, executing. That's strategy, okay? The people that are winging it wake up every single day. They're going to jump on Facebook a little bit, then they're going to argue about Trump for an hour. They're going to talk to people on Messenger, waste another 30 minutes having meaningless conversations, okay? These are all things that indicate the difference between proactive versus reactive. You do not want to be reactive. You want to be proactive. You want to know what your actions are going to be every single day. I will tell you right now, guys, I have a clipboard next to my computer with my weekly schedule, and I've written down every single thing that's going on each day, every single call I have, every single media interview, every single client call I have, and then the taskers I have to do. This is implementing strategy into my business so that I don't miss deadlines and so that I know what's going on. Strategy could be a number of things depending on your business type and structure, okay? For some of us, our social media needs to be pre-planned out. For others, they want a bunch of media interviews and they have to schedule things. But strategy means you sit down and you say, okay, what's the effective thing that I need to accomplish this week? And you want to focus on two things. This is the Warrior Strategist's two biggest things you focus on during the week. Number one is your income goal. How much money are you going to make this week? Write down whatever your number is that you feel you deserve, circle it, then you reverse engineer it and break it down into your income streams, okay? So for example, if my number, I'll just throw out a number, $5,000. If my number is $5,000, I'm going to look at my income streams and what's going to deliver that. For me personally, $5,000 is about 6 consulting calls, or it can be 2 consulting calls and a couple of ads in my magazine. It can be 2 enrollments in tactical CEQ, but you can see how you can write down this number, reverse engineer the number, and break it down into your income streams. So that's the first thing, is your income goal. That's part of strategizing. The second part is your productivity goals, your projects, okay? So maybe you're designing a course. Maybe you're putting together a magazine. Maybe you're just working on your YouTube channel or your new podcast and trying to monetize. This is what we call our productivity hours, the things we put towards our creative projects. Maybe we're building an income stream. But your productivity goals have to be clearly defined as well. When do you call it complete? For any type of productivity goals, you need 3 things. You need a timeline, so maybe a diagram. You need milestones, and you need a deadline. Timeline, milestones, deadline. You have those 3 things, and you can accomplish anything, okay? Apply that to your projects from here on. The greatest thing I ever bought for my project stuff was Microsoft Visio. So when I'm working with a high-speed client, I can pop out a diagram that shows all the dates, the important milestones, the deadlines, and then notes in the side, and it comes out really nice looking. It's very professional. I can print it out, mail it to clients, okay? So like I said, the 3 things for any creative project are a timeline, your milestones, and your deadlines. Incorporate any of those or all those 3 in any project, and you're going to see greater results. We got Mike Fallett joining. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you. Ben Killoy. Great to see you guys. Thanks for popping in. All right. So that's how you incorporate strategy into your business. So every weekend, sit down, map out your income, your productivity goals. All right. Number 2, the network is a garden. Grow it. What I mean by that, the Warrior Strategist networking strategy looks like this. For most people, it's just connecting, friend requests, connecting on LinkedIn, whatever, and then straight pitching. That doesn't work. It's ineffective. The way that I do it is attract, connect, create value. Then the fourth step, after a while, if you feel comfortable, then you can pitch them. But ultimately, your network needs to be cultivated. It means you need to make those connections with the high rollers in your network. You need to create value for them. Mike Fallett just popped in. He's a self-publishing guru at the influencer level, writing books for people, making it happen. I promote Mike all the freaking time because I believe in what he does. Every person I've ever seen that worked with him has great things to say about him. He's a funny-ass dude, but I believe in his cause. We're at the point where I'm now creating value for him. And he's always been one of my favorite people because his branding is amazing. But understand, that's how you cultivate the relationship in the network. You create that value. It's not about selling, it's about solving problems. Your network is a reflection on you. If you wonder why all the people popping in to watch this training are all either veterans, high-level entrepreneurs, or very successful people, it's because I have carefully planned who's in my network. I don't let in people that objectify women. I don't let in people that live to argue all day. I don't let in people that are super just contrarian and like to just pick fights online or create drama, any of that stuff. Every person in my network brings some kind of value, and I will not let them be in it. I'll just, unfriend them, block them, whatever. And that's part of treating your network like a garden. You only want the best plants growing in your garden, and you want to pluck the weeds. So think about this. Who's the bottom 10% on your Facebook friends list? The people that are always complaining, the people that are always broke, the people that are always never doing anything for you, the people that are always asking for stuff. Get rid of them. The people that will waste your time for an hour, ask you for free stuff, and then never implement what you tell them to do. Oh yeah, they got to go. You only want the best people in your network. And because you have a limit on Facebook of 5,000 people, you can get rid of the bottom 10% very easily and not miss a thing. The biggest thing I see with successful entrepreneurs is not promoting other people. And this is such it just makes you want to stab something. When I see someone who has made it, they've got hundreds of thousands of dollars, that maybe they're a millionaire, highly successful, and their entire Facebook feed, all their posts are about them. That is not how you grow your network, okay? If I scroll on your feeds right now, if I look on your personal page in the last 10 to 20 posts, you haven't promoted a single other person, but you spend all the time talking about yourself, pitching something you're selling, not helping anyone. Fix that. Adjust it, because it tells me a lot about your personality. And in some cases, it's just a genuine, maybe I should try that, or I forgot, or I've kind of been spacing out. That's fine. But in other cases, it's just rampant narcissism. And those are the people I get rid of. I've gotten rid of some very famous influencers because all they've done is promote themselves and made their entire social media their own story. If you know anything about me, I promote all my friends. I promote my clients. I tell people stories. I share the wealth. I have a little bit of a following. I have a little bit of influence, and I use it because a rising tide lifts all ships. You guys all brought me here, so now I'm going to bring you up to a level to help you to get whatever you want. That's the way it works. But understand, your network is one of your greatest resources you have. Always be growing it. Always be reaching out. Always be talking to people, setting up calls, getting to know people, connect with them, right? If you see people on your Facebook feed that you don't know, just reach out to them. Say, hey, this is what I do. It's great to meet you. What can I do to help you? And you're going to see unbelievably powerful results with your network. I'm looking at these names right now, all these people that are popping in. And I'd say 90% of you, I can tell you something about you like that. Because I've taken that time to get to know you. I haven't pitched you guys. I give you freebies. I know what's going on in your lives. That's how you run a network. And when the time comes, people come to me and they trust me because I'm like a friend. Remember, you should not be sales-based. You should be solution-based. That's where you attract people to you, your energy, your power, whatever you're doing. Sales-based people are reptilian in nature unless they're doing it right. The only time a sale should really be implemented is if you're taking away someone's pain or you know that's going to make someone's life better. I do not sell to the general public. I sell to the people that are going to have a better life because they work with me. That's my own take on it. All right. Number 3, money is a mental construct. This was a big one we talked about this week. I got more feedback on my money mindset Facebook Live I did a few days ago than on anything I've done recently. So many people reached out to me and said, Rob, that really resonated with me. You know, I've had a poverty mindset for years. Like the stuff you talked about, like growing up poor and like fixing my money mindset really helped me. And that shows me that there's still a lot of people out there that are dealing with this. So it's great. If you find that you are having some issues with money in the sense where you feel like you're hoarding it, you feel like you're scared to invest in other people, you feel like you're never going to earn a certain amount or that you have a ceiling, it's time to change it. It's time to give yourself a raise mentally. Okay? Because once I changed what I was doing, one of the things I did personally is I reached out and I started working with Jessica Yarborough. And there are a couple people out there that teach high ticket sales, high ticket offers, things like that. Jessica Yarborough, highly effective. She's the new issue of Shift, obviously the cover, because she knows her stuff. I don't just put anyone on the cover. I pick people that are actually really good at what they do. Jessica's training changed my life, honestly. And this was the first year where I sold, I signed 2 5-figure contracts. And I was really close to signing 2 others. And what that shows is in my own mind, I've promoted myself. I've said yes to the universe. I've said, yes, I'm worth this money. But I've also worked really hard to get that level of results for clients. I've worked that hard to create success for clients that work with me, right? Because if you're going to charge a premium price, you have to provide premium results. It's just the way the universe works. If you rip off people, you overprice for your stuff, and at the end of the day, the client says, well, I got nothing out of that, you're not going to get hired again, or you're going to get sued. That's the world we live in. So circling back, money is a mental construct. It's energy. And I've been working on this Think and Grow Rich course with Coach Lori, immersing myself in the content. I've learned more stuff about wealth management, about money transferring and energy than I've ever known. It's very powerful. But like I said, a lot of us get locked into the poverty mindset because we've never actually stepped out of ourselves and believed that we are worth bigger amounts. We are in a certain fishbowl, and we refuse to take those steps to step out of the fishbowl, to expand, to think, yes, I am worth $1,000 an hour or whatever your number is. So in order to elevate your mental construct for money, some ways you can do it are to talk to people. I would reach out to Jess Yarborough and just start watching some of her videos, whether you hire her or not. I mean, I'd recommend you go to her events or hire her. She's amazing. But ultimately, watch her videos. They provide a ton of value. You'll see her on LinkedIn. I'm even going to tag her because she's worth it. And it's beneficial to you guys. But if you don't know Jessica Yarborough, her story is amazing. And she put herself on the map. She created these unbelievable techniques. And she teaches people how to close $20,000, $50,000 contracts. It's like magic. And it's effective, and she's very good at what she does. So that's the first step, is to reach out to somebody that can elevate your mind, your money mindset. The second step is to adopt a wealth-based lifestyle. And it can start off with something simple. A couple years ago, I bought myself, and this sounds so simplistic, I did two things. And I might have it here, and if not, it's okay. But I did two things. I bought really nice business cards, and then I picked up a set of very nice pens. And it was these small things that reminded me that I need to elevate myself mentally and act like a person with wealth. Not money, but wealth, okay? A person that has balance, a person that has high-level friends, a person that creates value, a person that is recognized and trusted in my industry. And so the two small things I did, like I said, I invested in really nice business cards. They were almost like black felt. They were super thick with a blue foil. They were gorgeous. And I bought these nice pens, and every person that ever saw these pens gave me a compliment. And whenever I held one of these pens, it represented my financial future and about mentally giving myself a raise and charging more, but also providing more. The next thing you can do to adjust your money mental construct is to create more income streams and to absolutely not be scared to charge what you're worth. In your mind, you all have your hourly number in your head. What am I worth an hour? And we base this on certain things. We base it on our education. We base it on our client results. We base it on our certifications, our effectiveness, our branding. There's probably 10 elements that affect your pricing. But at the end of the day, a lot of us price too low. We do poverty pricing in order to close sales. In 2020, I want you to stop it, because you don't need a sale that bad to that audience. You need a sale that up-levels you to a better audience. I'm just being honest. I put out courses that are thousands of dollars now, never had any complaints. Everyone's been really thrilled with it. I've up-leveled like how much my consulting calls cost, but I've also researched how to make them better. Like, it's all these small things to increase your income flow, to increase the impact. Stop keeping yourself poor. Stop fearing rich people. Go to a fancy event. Dress up nice. You know, I'm still, at times, I'm still a little intimidated to go to certain things or go to the opera or do things that rich people do or go to the nice area of town. But it's these small things that help you to adjust to it and to realize, yes, you can be wealthy. Yes, you can pay yourself more. Yes, you can create a $10,000 course or training or one-on-one or whatever and make sales. All right. Number 4 is to change your mental barriers. And this is a big one. This is one of the greatest things I've ever done for my own successes in 2019. Changing your mental barriers means that anytime you hit a point where you stop doing something or you just change your thinking out of fear, it's time to adjust. So if you're about to reach out to a famous person and you chicken out because you think, oh, they wouldn't want to talk to me, move past that fear objection and just do it. Collect a no. That's what I call it. I call it collecting no's. I aggressively reach out to famous people. I make them say no. I make them turn me away. And right now with my magazine, I have a 90% yes rate. The only people that have ever said no to me made a giant mistake, and that's fine. I'm never rude about it. But understand, collecting no's is one of the most liberating things you can do for your own mindset and changing your barriers, okay? So anytime that voice pops in, your fear pops in and says, oh, I could never reach out to that person, or oh, if I launch a course, no one's gonna buy it, or if I write an ebook, no one's gonna read it. Move past that. Take a chance. There is no downside to doing any of this stuff, and most of it's free. Who cares? You lose some time. Challenge yourself to think bigger, to take bigger chances, and like I said, to collect no's. You'll be surprised at what's going to happen. All right? So whatever your big, scary next thing is, Respect the fact that your fear pops up. Respect the fact that your survival mechanism is saying, oh, there's some objection here. And then move past it. And don't focus on a bad day of failure. Just visualize success. And the universal meat is somewhere in the middle. Okay? I'm going to share something really vulnerable with you guys because it's the absolute truth and you need to hear it. My first branded event, it was my dream was to go to my hometown and throw a branded event in a hotel and teach people strategies, right? 4 people showed up. I did it for free, so I made no money. Cost me, I was only out of pocket like $500. My second branded event, I teamed up with Manny Wolf. We planned the whole thing, collaborated efforts, $10,000 plus in sales. Okay? Because I didn't let my fear step in. I looked at everything I did the first time, and then I looked at how I was doing it the second time, and we improved. My next event, I'm a little scared to throw. I'm being really honest with you. That's my big fear, and I shouldn't be. I have a good audience. I have a good network, and I'm going to do it, absolutely. I'm going to bring it. I already have like some great guest speakers. I just need to figure out all the details of it. I'm making my project map today. Thank you, Sean Douglas, for some of the ideas and some of the book recommendations, all that stuff. I hired a performance coach for a strategy session in like a week just so I can bounce some outside ideas. But I'm doing active steps to meet what my income goals are, what my productivity goals are. And I'm setting income goals that are terrifying because you should scare yourself. That's the only way you grow, is to take chances to expand your mental barriers. Okay? All right, let's press on. Charles Munn says, got one for you, Rob. Not all readers lead, but all leaders read. Continue learning. Wow. Love it. That's very true. All right, guys. Number 5. Canva exists to make you wealth. And what I mean by that, the majority of my income comes from Canva. Okay, if you don't know what Canva is, canva.com. It's free graphic design software that's easy to use even if you're not in the industry. I use Canva to make my magazine. I use Canva to design my promotional materials. For example, I did a presentation to exceptional entrepreneurs. I made this in Canva for free and then laminated it. Got a lot of compliments on it, just teaching business strategies. I use Canva for my early instructional course for media. And I use it for a strategy guide, how to get media for business. Canva's awesome. Now, take it to the next level. You can use Canva to make your banners for your Facebook groups. You can use it for your promotional stuff, or you can use it for your course content or your ebooks for sale. So rule number 5, Canva exists to make you wealth. This is how you develop your income streams, is Canva. Take the tutorials. There's like 30 of them. They're really quick. And just practice, practice, practice. Ask for reviews from people and keep getting better at it. Thanks, Tammy, for sharing the link. I appreciate it. Guys, I have made thousands of dollars off Canva. No joke. And it's super easy to learn. It's not hard. It's not sophisticated. And essentially, it lets you create JPEGs and it lets you create PDFs. You can insert videos. You can insert links on the PDFs. Very powerful stuff. If you're entry level starting off on a digital course you want to create, Canva can do it. Shoot 3 YouTube videos, pop them on a PDF. There you go. There's your course. Use MailChimp to distribute. Easy, easy. Like I said, Canva exists to make you wealth. And you can develop those income streams, or you can just sit back and wonder why you don't have the money that you desire. Canva's the way to go. All right. Number 6, hire someone. Hiring experts is the best way to fast track your business and to help you to not have to learn every single thing. Automate and delegate. That's the first step you do once you get a little bit of income flowing into your business. The right business strategist, the right coach, the right expert, the right specialist, light years ahead, okay? You don't have to spend time learning how to do every single thing in your business, nor should you have to. All right, we got Daniel Curry on here. He's one of the best IT guys I know, Indy's IT department, former veteran, great dude. He knows a ton about like backing up all your software. He knows a ton about like software systems, virus removal, all this different stuff. If you hired Daniel Curry, he'll help your computers out, your networks, your security, everything. Ransomware, he can fix pretty much everything. And so Daniel says, I hired Lisa Bowers to help my business. She's helping my billing, invoicing, and my marketing. Exactly. I'm making Shift Magazine. I hired 2 expert guest writers to come in, Brenda Edelman, Abigail Sinclair. They helped me. We wrote like 7 articles that day. Completely worth it. Most of the magazine's done because I stopped trying to do everything on my own. I delegated to responsible and hardworking people. Absolutely worth it. Hire someone. The people that are clinging to their money, the people that are saying, oh, experts are too expensive, or oh, I'm going to get ripped off, all this stuff. That's a poverty mindset and it's fear. I hired 3 experts last year, $11,000. I learned about media interviews. I learned about branding, and I learned about high-ticket advanced course creation. Completely worth it. Tripled my investment. Tripled my investment. Hire someone. Stop trying to do it all yourself, okay? Because a lot of things you're not going to be able to do at an effective level and manage everything else. So when you get a little bit of income, hire someone. Number 7 is manage your time better. This is a big one. This is one I'm going to incorporate strictly. I've been getting better at it, but people still push the boundaries once in a while. Best way is to manage your time. Is to write down all the taskers you have to do in a day before you even turn on your computer, okay? So right away, this is one from like last week. I wrote down every task I had to do for a certain day and how long it should take. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. Then I flip my phone over so that I don't see messages, and then I turn off Facebook so I don't get instant messages. I don't need people interrupting me. The biggest distractors of your day are going to be instant messages from Facebook with random people wanting to have conversations during business hours, which shouldn't ever happen. And then text messages from your phone. And then you guys might have externals. I don't have a family, which is beneficial for me. But if you have like small kids or your spouse, or you're trying to keep your marriage together like you should be, you definitely have to account for these things. Managing your time better means we go back to step 1, we strategize, we plan out what our day is going to be like. We set up our daily tasks that are leading to our weekly productivity goals, okay? The best thing I did, small thing that I did to adjust my time management, was I started going to bed early, like 7, 8 o'clock at night, because think about it, between 8 and 10, what are you doing? You're probably watching TV. You're probably like watching sports. You're probably eating too much, and you're probably having some cocktails that you probably shouldn't. All right. By doing this, I've been able to get up earlier, 3, 4 in the morning, and then allocate some time for my business stuff. Highly suggest you guys look at your sleeping hours and you modify. You can be very productive at 4 in the morning when everyone else in the house is asleep, just by going to bed a little bit early. You don't have to do it every night, but maybe just try it 1 or 2 nights a week. I promise you, it makes a giant difference. Don't waste 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. when you could be sleeping, getting up early, getting a start on your day. Maybe you incorporate some exercise. Maybe you write up an ebook that you want to do. Maybe you plan out a project. Maybe you spend an entire day promoting other people, whatever. Use that time to your advantage. The next thing you can do to manage your time better is just to look at the way that you're interacting with people, all right? I am medium popular. It means that any given day, I might get 11 random messages over my messenger with people that expect me to drop everything I'm doing to have a conversation with them. That's not going to happen. Unless they're a client or want to buy advertising in Shift, or there's an imminent sale, they're going to have to wait till after business hours. I'm not here to talk about your cat. I'm not here to talk about your relationship. I'm not trying to be cold, but I have a business to run. If my business fails and I have to get a 9 to 5 to maintain my life, we all fail. And that's the harsh reality of it. So when people reach out to you in the middle of the day for some goofy stuff because they want to have a conversation or they're bored or they have that free time, you got to tell them no. Or you got to say, hey, touch back like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'd love to have a talk with you. Or let's jump on a call or something later on. Establish those boundaries. Stop messing around with frivolity. You know, I absolutely agree you need to have your social time. Like you should have time where you can just chat with people. But if you're in the middle of a deadline or in the middle of a project, stay focused. Messenger is an amazing tool and it connects me with the world and it's great. But it also, I've had times when like 3 people have written to me at the same time and all of them want something outlandish and they want it for free. Okay. That's not productive. Like I said, if my business fails and I have to go back to corporate and get a 9 to 5, we all lose. So it's up to me to enforce the standard. It's up to me to be the leader, the alpha, the pack leader, whatever, and let people know, hey, I got to get stuff done so I can help all of you. So these are some of the things that I've talked about in order to, and I've implemented in order to do better time management. I absolutely prioritize my network, by the way. So certain people get elevated access to me. Stephen Eugene Kuhn just popped on, so did Lane Balone. Those guys reach out to me. I'm going to find out what the hell they want. I'm not going to ignore them, right? Because they're at a level. They're at a certain level. And that's how you should prioritize your network. The way that I prioritize it is I have elite VIP, I have VIP, I have paying clients, then I have media platform owners, warm leads, cold leads, general population. And I know that sounds super robotic and impersonal, but it works better than you would ever know. The only people that can stop what you're doing and get your attention should be the top 3. Your elite VIP, your VIP, and your paying clients. So that's why Kuhn and Balone, they get the instant access. Because like I said, they're at a level. That's why Coach Lori Wagner, she gets instant access if she writes to me. Paying client. Okay? Somebody buys an article in Shift or an ad in Shift magazine. Paying client. Give them that privilege. Don't let the general population waste your time. Don't let strangers distract you with chain forwarding and goofy cat videos and all this stupid stuff because they're bored and have frivolous amounts of time to spare. You don't. Your time should be treated like it's $500 an hour immediately, today. Mark is not Gen Pop. Get out of here. But understand, guys, when that message pops up on Facebook, look at the person. Find out where they are in the rotation. Create your own list. Maybe your priorities are different. Maybe you want to prioritize those warm leads. Or maybe you want to prioritize veterans. You know, everybody's a little different. For me personally, like I said, business hours are valuable. And so there's only certain people I'm going to reach out to in certain hours. No big deal. All right. With that, we're going to wrap up, guys. We're hitting the 45 minutes, and I am so glad you're here. And I'm going to give you your checklist for success. There is a freebie today, and I need you guys to test this out to make sure this link works. I popped it in my Dropbox, and what this is a downloadable PDF with success tips for 2020. So there's the link. You should be able to grab it right off of my Dropbox. If you don't, you can message me. I'll give it to you directly. Looks like it won. Good. How to win 2020 PDF. Looks like it's good to go. All right. This is brand new. This is a summation of some of the concepts I talked about today, but it also incorporates the balance of finding a fitness program, exercising your mind, some other stuff. If you guys are serious about your success, make a folder on your desktop that says Rob the Warrior Strategist. This PDF goes in it. Anytime I pop in the Limitless Entrepreneur, the Invisible Paycheck, or any of the stuff that I give away should go in your Rob the Warrior Strategist folder on your desktop. Because I do not put out frivolous ebooks. I do not put out frivolous content. I do not waste your time. If I send you a piece of information, you should be able to grab it, make money off of it, get fired up to win in business. And that's why I am asking you to make a Rob folder, pop it on your desktop. Because if I give you something, it means I want your life to be better. It's not to sell you anything. And that's what successful people do. They categorize their information. So at the very beginning of this training, I told you to reach up in the upper right-hand corner, those 3 dots, save this post. Start saving the posts that are valuable. Create a folder so that you can keep your email freebies and you can keep your checklists and you can keep the valuable stuff that occasionally you will find. My email folder, my PDF folder would amaze you with some of the stuff that I've grabbed from influencers over the years. One of the most smartest things I've ever done, fast access to information. All right, guys, I appreciate it. With that, let's wrap it up. I want to thank you for popping in. I want to thank you for all the shares, the tags, for believing in me. If you need further training or want to work with me regularly for free, just pop into my group, Success Engineers with Dr. Rob. It's a Facebook group. It's incredible. I'd love to see you in there. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. But at the end of the day, we all want to make our impact. And it is our defined actions, our strategies, our consistency, and our direct actions that get us those successes. Remember to promote other people. Remember to be passionate about what you do. And if you have those days where you don't feel confident, if you have those days where you are depressed, you don't feel like your life's getting any better, set up a call with somebody. Talk to a friend. Talk to somebody that can talk you through it, maybe give you an outside opinion, review some content. An hour a week, usually, I set up time to self-educate. And I either read books, listen to business podcasts, or I go through my old PDFs, my old downloads, things like that, and I learn something. Maybe I do Google searches. Maybe I do YouTube. I'll always be learning. That's how you get better at business. All right, guys. Enjoy New Year's Day. Thank you so much for popping in. And if you really dig this content, share it. Let's create wealth for all of us. All right. Happy 2020. I'll talk to you guys soon. Rob the Warrior Strategist signing off.